Hey, Crate Diggers, I'm Makila Sunrise, and I won a record in a drawing, and I'm going to tell you all about it next on Vinyl Jeopardy. So, hey, Crate Diggers and Vinyl community, I feel a little bad because in my last video, when I was telling you about my experience at Record Store Day, I talked a little badly about Zia Records. Well, what I found out is that it was very crowded that day, and so I might have to backtrack a little bit. But anyway, what had happened was um, they have a program where if you don't get a bag to put your merchandise in, they give you a token, which actually is a little puzzle piece. It's really cute. And you get to put it in one of the mailboxes that they have on the wall. And each mailbox has a different charity. So they donate the price of a plastic bag to that charity instead of giving you a plastic bag if you don't want a plastic bag. So, um, I know probably the people in California are really glad about that. I don't really care about plastic bags one way or the other. I just didn't need a plastic bag for the 7 or 8 records, however many I got that day. But I did care about the charity, which was the Boys and Girls Club. It is something that was very near and dear to my father's heart. He was very involved in the Boys and Girls Club in Oakland. So that was the one that I put it in, but I did not know that I was also entering into a drawing. So I received a phone call on Wednesday letting me know that I won a Warner Brothers record. So when I heard Warner Brothers, of course, I'm very excited about that. I'm wondering, is it a Prince record? It was not, but it's still a good record, and I'm going to tell you about it. This is it. It is called I'm Every Woman, and it is the women of um, Warner Brothers. So it has in here, it says Decades in the Groove, and it has on here the picture in kind of shadowy type of red and black instead of black and white. And it's a gatefold. It has a picture of all of the ladies. But I will tell you what is on the record. It is 2 records, and so side one has Rise Up by Andra Day, New Rules by Dua Lipa. You know what? I'm getting old because I listened to the record and I heard the song New Rules, and I was like, oh, wow, I know that song. My daughter listens to the radio all the time, and when I heard that song on the radio, I thought that it was Rihanna. So I found out that it was not Rihanna, but then it reminded me of my mother. My mother, when I was growing up, every song was by Janet Jackson. So I felt like, oh my God, I'm getting old. I'm turning into my mom. Every song could not be by Rihanna. But I did like that song. Then there was Closer by Tegan and Sarah. Then Believe by Cher. Romantic by Karen White. Um, Meant to Be by BB Rexa. And Florida Georgia Line. Now, that is a song that I had not heard before because I'm not much of a country fan, but I really did like that song. It is not the typical country music, but the vocals are completely country stylized, if that makes any sense. Then on side two is The Glamorous Life by Sheila E., and it's the long version, so it's a really good version of that song. I Feel for You by Shaka Khan, and Young Hearts Run Free by Candy Staten. I love that song. Then Came You by Dionne Warwick and the Spinners. Baby Come to Me by Patty Austin and James Ingram. All of those songs I had heard before. Some of the other songs that are on side 3 I had not heard before, but I still like them. And one of them, the first one is Planets of the Universe by Stevie Nicks. Then you got a Hold on Me by Christine McVie. Jessie by Carly Simon, which I had never heard and I couldn't figure out who she was talking about when I first listened to it. It's a very interesting song. Um, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone by Paula Cole. Ironic by Alanis Morissette. I've heard it before, but I just, it's just something that was brought back to mind. And then Constant Craving, which was a big hit for k.d. lang. And then on side 4, Fidelity by Regina Spektor. Just One of the Guys, Jenny Lewis. Goodbye, Emmylou Harris. The Mummers Dance, Lorena McKennitt, who I had never heard of, but I still liked the song. And Oh Superman by Laurie Anderson. Now, on the inside, there is a biography of each of the women. So let me see if you can kind of see. It has the a picture of the album cover of each of those songs, and then there's a short biography of each of the women of Warner Brothers. So this was a really good add to my collection. I was very happy about it, and I really ended up liking it a lot. I didn't have any real expectation when I went to the record store to get it, but interestingly enough, when I was there to pick up the record, there weren't a whole lot of people there, and it seemed like every time I turned around, there was someone, can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? I'm like, oh my goodness. That's quite the opposite of what I had experienced on record store day. So I guess all things being equal, you have to balance things out and all things in moderation. But I did like this record, and so thank you, Zia Records, and also thank you to the Boys and Girls Club of Las Vegas. Now, am I the only one who feels like I'm getting old when I listen to some of the new material that's on the radio or the new material that's coming out? Do you feel like everything sounds like Janet Jackson? Does everything sound like Rihanna to you? Does everything sound like Nicki Minaj to you? Maybe it's just me. This is the record. See you next time. I'm Akila Sunrise, and this is Vinyl Jeopardy.
These are my records.